WFMU weird and unique. So if you like Wrestling Club, please go to WFMU.org and support us. $50 will get you a t-shirt. $100 will get you 2 t-shirts plus a DJ premium. The shirts are great this year. Check it out. WFMU.org is the place. And there wouldn't be a Wrestling Club without WFMU. So if you like us, please consider supporting. $10-$20 goes a long way. WFMU.org/pledge. Now that we got that business out of the way, let me introduce you to my tag team partner coming to us via satellite from Hollywood, California, the golden boy to my living legend, Bret Davis. Bret.
How's it going? I'm always ready to do like an impression of what the wrestler that you call me is going to be. Because every week Darren says, oh, it's the Mosh to my Thrasher. And then I'm ready to, but they're never people with like any discernible catchphrase.
Well, I wanted to do Bruno because today is, it's Indigenous Peoples Day, but it's also been called Columbus Day. And I've always if we could just replace Christopher Columbus with Bruno Sammartino and we can make today Bruno Sammartino Day, I think that checks off all boxes.
Yeah. Everybody's going to be on board with that one.
I love it. I tell you, I walk into a pizzeria, I see Bruno on the wall, I'm buying a slice. That's what I got to say.
And it is Indigenous Peoples Day, so I want to pay homage to one of my favorite Native American wrestlers, Chief Jay Strongbow.
Oh, boy. Maybe that's what I should have said. I wonder if I imagine Bruno and Chief Jay teamed up at some point, but yeah, bro, we got a lot to get into. I haven't been around. I self-deported. I left the country. I'm back in. They let me back in, sort of. I'm here. It's been I didn't watch a lot of wrestling. Not really sure what went on. So, you got to catch me up on this.
Yeah, Darren, you were in Jollyland, right?
I was in Jollyland. Yeah, I went there.
Was it Finley Jollyland or Finn Balor Jollyland?
It was Finn Balor.
Okay.
Finley Jollyland is actually a United Kingdom. Yeah. But don't tell the people in Finn Balor Jollyland about that. They don't like it too much. But yeah, I went to Ireland, had a great time, but now I'm back and here I am. So
well,
everything's changed though. I mean, I got Raw in the background, and I'm hearing that there's gonna be some new faces on Raw. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, well, Darren's going to keep this live stream. This is now illegal. He's going to keep Raw right in the corner.
So if you want to watch Raw, but you don't have a cable TV, you don't have a streaming subscription, you can just watch WFMU Wrestling Club every Monday night, and you can see Raw at a weird angle and with bad lighting and no sound.
Yeah, it's like I might turn on Raw and keep it on the background if like maybe Dakota Kai is gonna appear.
She's not. She's not. Nope, she's off the roster.
She's fired.
She got fired.
But we could keep in. Apparently, there's word that Chucky is on Raw.
Chucky was on Raw. I saw him. It didn't look like the regular Chucky though. It was like it looked like a girl Chucky.
There is a girl Chucky, but I think they just like kind of. I think he's back to like they do a little reset because there's a Chucky TV show on USA.
I'm hoping we get the little Steiner boy and Chucky. I'm saying, there's some history there.
There is history. Rick Steiner famously clashed with Chucky the doll on an episode of Thunder, I believe.
I think it was Thunder. Yeah, 2000 Thunder, right?
Yeah, promoting Bride of Chucky.
What a great moment in wrestling history for us.
And speaking of Bride of Chucky, we have someone who is also newly engaged.
Yes.
Congratulations to our special guest, Scotland Green.
Yes. Hello. Thank you. I'm marrying Chucky, the doll.
You're marrying Chucky.
That's fine.
You brought that up, and there you go. I'm here to watch Raw.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a little. Is that Carlito? No, I think
Darren actually put on a Raw from 2005.
That's just wishful thinking. Is that Carlito? Is he back?
Xavier Woods has an alternative haircut now.
Okay, cool.
Pretty cool.
Hey, they're always good. They're always
know,
the
yeah.
one thing in WWE
great
that's
seeing-
fine.
Yeah.
It's great seeing Kofi and Xavier back on Raw with their big buddy Big E. This is great. You know, the draft just fixed all those problems that you had, reuniting teams. So I can't wait for Big E to come out.
Yeah, new WWE champion, which you've never mentioned on the show because it's been a busy month. But
Bret didn't want him to win it.
I didn't know. I'm
Really
against.
bet against him.
I'm a Bobby Lashley fan.
It's true.
And the Almighty must have the gold. He was screwed out of the title. Big E used his little briefcase. Oh, who do we got on the King of the Ring bracket? I see a bracket there. Oh, it's gone. You missed it.
It's round one. It's Kofi versus
Veer.
No, the other
Commander Aziz.
Shanky.
What's his name? Oh God,
Dewdrop.
he's a former champion.
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder.
Wow, I started out very close.
All right, Jinder looks like he's winning.
Yeah, I was about to say I think Jinder's winning.
Yeah, he should crush Kofi. We will be doing a little bit of big show and tell later on in the episode.
Oh, all right, good.
But
you got a lot to show me.
We do need to fill in Darren on the world of wrestling.
Oh,
And maybe
we'll catch
our
up.
lapsed fans that listen to the show.
That's me. I'm a lapsed fan. I'm no longer a wrestling fan.
Yeah, great asset to have in a wrestling podcast co-host.
Yeah.
So we'll do a little around the world. Scotland, I don't know how much you're keeping up with things. Your life is busy.
This is like the first year in a while that I haven't really watched any of the G1.
Mhm.
And I watched first night, and then I was like, this is it. I'm going to keep up. And then I got a few nights behind. I was like, for my mental health, I'm going to just not watch because I get like anxiety about trying to keep up with it. And this year, I'm just like, I'm going to cool it. No G1 anxiety for me this year.
The problem with the G1 is it's a little weak. It's got a kind of a weak lineup underneath.
Yeah,
It's got like one great block spread out over two mediocre blocks.
Yeah, Tokyo Pimp, Chase Owens. Come on, fellas.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, but I've watched a little bit of it. Not as much. It's harder to keep up in the fall. I think I wanted to go back to summertime.
Yeah, I think I'm New Japan agnostic because every time I tune in, it's just the vibe is off. The vibe is off, and it's not their fault. So
I've had a bad year.
Yeah, when I'm watching Chase Owens matches and they're like crucial to me understanding the greater scope of New Japan, it's maybe there's a problem happening there.
Yeah, there's still greatness in New Japan without a doubt, but
oh, absolutely.
It's kind of it's just kind of I don't know. They're kind of clogged. They need I'm just making a toilet reference. I don't know.
They need
Brett,
a flush.
Let's go around the world. Let's go around the world, Brett.
Well, people are telling in the chat, kick Darren out of America already. So let's start with America.
Bye.
WWE still the number one wrestling company by most margins, but they're catching up according to Variety magazine. Was it Variety? I don't know. Forbes. Everybody's saying
who's catching up?
Wrestling is catching up.
AEW is catching up.
Oh yes.
I don't know about that.
But let's talk about WWE. They just did the draft. Big E's the champion. He's all over sports things. Cool. Darren, I'm going to name some wrestlers, and I'm going to see if you have any idea who they are. Ooh. Because there's some I kind of don't have any idea who they are because there's so many new faces.
These are WWE wrestlers.
Yes. So I'll start out with an easy one. Commander Aziz.
He's the big guy with Apollo Crews.
Bearcat Lee.
Bearcat Wright.
It's not Bearcat Wright.
Kind of like he's like a throwback wrestler. Keith Lee. I know. Keith Lee. New gimmick. I know a little bit.
Reggie.
Who? Reggie.
Who?
Reggie
what?
What?
The great Reggie.
Yeah.
Great Reggie?
Formerly known as Reginald. The 24/7 champ.
Oh, they already changed his name?
Yeah. Here's one I bet Darren won't know. Madcap Moss.
Oh, I don't know that one.
So that's Riddick Moss, who is now with Happy Corgan.
I've heard of Happy Corbin.
Corbin. Happy Corgan's in NWA.
No, honestly,
He's happy.
If they brought in Billy Corgan to shadow those two, I'm all for it.
But he has to be Happy Billy Corgan. So like the new with the Happy Corbin is he's like got a fedora and he's dancing around and stuff.
How's that different from the sad one, other than just his personality?
He's happy.
Oh yeah, it's the total. It's great. Somehow WWE made Baron Corbin the best thing about.
What's the other guy's name? Madcap
Moss.
What's a madcap? What is that?
I think it's fun. Doesn't it mean like fun, like you're having a madcap adventure?
Yeah, it's zany.
Yeah.
He's a ball of energy. I'll give him that.
Wow.
Darren, are you familiar with Andre Chase?
No.
You might remember him as one of the Bravado brothers. I forget which one.
I don't know who the Bravado brothers are.
They were in Ring of Honor like 10 year ago, and he's doing like a weird collegiate gimmick on the NXT 2.0, like a 1950s male cheerleader kind of thing. I don't know.
All right.
That sounds like something I could like, because I really like the vaudevillains. So I like that someone's throwback gimmick being the thing.
How about Brutus and Julius Creed? Darren, are you familiar with them?
Is that any no, I'm not.
I like them. They're like little beefy boys in the Roderick Strong like shooter stable.
Oh, Diamond Mine.
Thank you.
Diamond Mine? I don't even know what is this.
It's NXT 2.0.
Oh, it's different now.
It's different. There's colors, and now with less Triple H.
I have seen it a little bit.
Darren,
I saw that
like
first
the stylings of Joe Gacy?
Don't know who that is.
He is a former deathmatch wrestler whose gimmick is now using every cliched like safe space triggered millennial word.
Great.
Which is also what Dan Lambert is doing.
But at least Dan Lambert. I don't know what this other guy's deal is, but at least Dan Lambert his whole thing is I am the least likable human on top.
Yeah, Dan Lambert is like attacking that stuff. I think Joe Gacy is like pretending that he is a woke person.
Oh, I see.
Woke millennial.
Yeah.
And what if you play a millennial?
Good. That sounds like a Pritchard gimmick.
Oh, that could be a Pritchard gimmick.
Pritch.
Like, what if you were a snowflake? You got this deathmatch guy. Let's make him a snowflake. I'm just doing a Southern accent, so please don't say I'm doing a bad Bruce Pritchard.
Pretty good.
No, really, really good Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, you got me.
It's like what Dusty would say, "Son at the snowflake." He always do like those bad impressions.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's Brett's hidden guilty pleasures. He listens to Bruce Pritchard's podcast.
I did for a while. I listened to the first year, and then it's just like
Brett's always like, "Oh, did you hear Bruce? He was talking about in your house, beware of dog."
I'm not like that.
It's so funny.
There's so many names. Trick Williams. Von Wagner.
Von Wagner. I saw him. He looks like a straight up caveman.
Yeah, he has a pronounced brow.
That's good. I feel like most wrestlers whose like name starts with like a Von are just Nazi wrestlers. So that's good.
Yeah. His dad is what's his name? Wayne Bloom, right?
Oh, he's a Beverly boy.
Beverly son.
See Braun and Beverly Boy go at it. That's like a good throwback match to WWF Action Zone.
Yeah.
Here's one. These names have been champions ever since February in the WWE. Sam Stoker and Lewis Howley.
No, what champions of what?
Yes, with those names.
I mean, that's got to be UK, right?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of those guys. I've never even
Pretty
heard those
deadly.
names.
Pretty deadly. They're like handsome men.
Okay.
Primate.
In NXT UK.
Yeah, it's almost cheating when you start naming NXT UK people.
Yeah. How many people watch that show, you think? 2,000 people?
2000's actually like probably a spot on.
That's a lot of people. That's like a small hall.
Yeah. And then Tony D'Angelo.
Oh.
I have no
Tony
idea.
D'Angelo.
He would love today.
Yeah. Darren, if you were Vince McMahon and you were given somebody whose name was Tony D'Angelo, what gimmick would you give him?
I'm Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone.
For Tony D'Angelo?
Sure, why not? I'm fucking Vince McMahon.
That's true. You're fucking crazy. Tony D'Angelo is like, hey, I'm Italian.
All right, cool.
But he's from Chicago, so that's like.
Well, you could be Italian. They got Italians in Chicago.
Oh yeah, but like that's what's different from being Nunzio. AEW, they've had a busy few weeks, and now it's kind of slowing down.
I like it. AEW, watched Rampage, Punk, Daniel Garcia, good match.
Oh yeah.
Great.
I'm excited about the Lucha Brothers and this tag team that's coming in on Saturday. That's
masked tag team.
A masked tag team. Yeah, AEW
Conquistadors.
Maybe we could get Super Machine.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Ooh, you know who I'd love and might be free agents? The Mumbai Cats from Ring Ka King. I think one of them was Christopher Daniels. The other one might have been Frankie Kazarian. I'm gonna look this up. They could be in the locker room right now.
I'm saying, what about intergender? Bringing them glamour girls, huh? Leilani Kai would be a great base for Phoenix and all his shenanigans.
Scotland, what have you loved?
Well, I went to the Arthur Ashe show, and that was a ton of fun. It was long. It was very, very long, but damn, it was great to that was my first live show since pandemic. Felt like a good one.
I went
a couple days later, I went to GCW.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. What was the what was that?
That was the one that had Suzuki versus Homicide.
Yes, that's right.
Yes,
how was that?
It was fun, man. It was good. It felt like the first half of the show, the crowd felt a little reserved for a GCW crowd, and then they had their intermission and came back, and it was hot. I think half the crowd probably went out and got high and came back.
Sick.
And shotgun beers and stuff. But the second half of the show was really hot. I mean, the whole show was a lot of fun. I'm starting to get into GCW a lot.
Yeah, I
Good
don't
stuff.
love that they have that Nazi sometimes, but
Which Nazi?
Allegedly Schlack. But supposedly he denied it, but I don't know.
Hey, I'm not a Nazi.
But I did go to the last two LA shows, and I had a lot of fun. I went.
Yeah,
alone.
they're fun live shows.
There are some club people that were there, but I did not talk to them. So hello, thank you for respecting my privacy. Yeah, I got caught in the middle of the Suzuki Nick Gage angle that was happening.
You got caught in the middle of it.
I was literally.
No.
There's no like guardrails or anything. So when things spill out in the crowd, they'd kind of just happen wherever.
Wow.
And I was standing in between Nick Gage, who's like spitting and screaming, and Suzuki, who's got like a wooden chair in his hand.
He's just got the eye.
Yeah. Suzuki staring at you. You've talked about it back at Mania Weekend a few years ago. Happened to me when Suzuki stares at you in the moment. Ooh. Oh, and there was a guy in the front row, and he was being an idiot, and he started being an idiot too. Of all people, Minoru Suzuki.
No.
And it felt like, oh, this is an incident. Like this is the incident has happened. I'm just waiting for it to begin. Yeah. Why on earth you'd like be a piece of shit?
What a fool. What did he do?
I think he was bothering Jacob Fatu or something at some point. And then started picking a fight with Suzuki, and Suzuki was not having any of it. And I think I saw Brett Lauderdale, who's the guy that runs GCW. I saw him like rush over and like try to defuse the situation or get the guy kicked out or whatever it was. Yeah.
Damn.
The Mumbai Cats were Yurav Hans and Navraj Hans. I still think it was Christopher Daniels and somebody.
Suzuki's having a hell of a tour in the United States. He's probably making a ton of money. Skip G1 and just make a lot of money in the States.
I mean, he was doing a meet and greet with like $40 photos and stuff. That stuff adds up, you know.
Yeah, man.
And all those New Japan guys, when they come to like America and do like, you know, these types of shows, you can tell they're having a lot of fun.
Yeah. I follow him on Instagram and he's just having a blast in every town. He's like working like really small shows in Missouri and stuff, just doing it. That's awesome.
Just to loop back to AEW, a few weeks ago, our dreams came true. Darren and I, we had the Pencil Army on the show, Lulu Pencil and Emi Sakura, and I think we sparked something in them, because the next time they were out and about, running around, shooting videos, making friends backstage. You know, I think we gave them the spark, and now they're doing videos with Eddie Kingston and Taz, and it's like they know the right people to hang out with.
Yeah.
Well, except I saw Lulu was hanging out with Vicky Guerrero. I'm not so sure that's the right person for her to hang out with.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it because it's
Brett, you know, you gotta face facts.
But yeah, Vicky Guerrero is a bad influence, and
I think so.
Bad person.
Emi Sakura went out and had a match, and Lulu started like attacking her opponent when she was down. Very uncharacteristic.
Wow.
I think there's maybe some, you know, I'm sure it was an anomaly. I'll keep an eye on it. I know it just aired tonight, but there's a Ruby Soho match. I bet she's keeping her hands off Ruby. She would know better. I hope so. Yeah. So we'll keep you updated with the progress of that, but and their general journey to America, because they're our favorite wrestlers, the official wrestlers of Wrestling Club.
I was so happy to see that they did the show. That's awesome.
Oh, well, official members.
Well, I was gonna say we're the hosts, but if we need wrestlers, those are the wrestlers.
Yeah. If Deadlock starts like picking a fight with us, we'll like our Bobby Lashley will be Emi and Lulu, and they can pick their Umaga.
Oh no.
Any other American? MLW had their Vice show. I watched that. Very strange.
Fightland.
Fightland. But in the middle they had like a wrestling news segment. Emilio Sparks, a former guest of the show, is part of it, and as was Big Dave Meltzer, whose framing for it was like this. So he's just like, yeah, you know, Nick Khan is doing this. It was very I don't know. It's following Dark Side of the Ring. I could see them wanting to get that fan base to stay tuned, but it's weird to have it in the middle of a wrestling show.
I don't know. I think Vice has kind of jumped the shark with the wrestling stuff, to be totally honest. I feel like this run at Dark Side of the Ring has been kind of weak. I don't know. It's all right. Wasn't so into Johnny K9.
Plane Ride from Hell was great.
Yeah,
I liked the FMW episode. Was fun.
Yeah, I disagree.
Oh, the FMW episode was fun. Absolutely. But you're going to compare those 4 episodes they've had this run? I mean, there's no Brian Pillmans. There's no Dynamite Kids, Chris Benoit's, Owen Hart.
Yeah, because there's only so many of those people that are like...
I understand. I'm just saying.
Incredible tragedies.
I think they're... Well, I mean, that's kind of what they're looking for, right?
I like this renewed Chris Canyon. It's like, yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
And Luna is this week.
Interesting to me, but I'm just saying, I think the ratings are down considerably for this season. And now MLW is going to try to, jump on. And I don't think they're the right product. So,
their production is ugly, I'll say. I'm very, very sensitive to the aesthetics of the thing. And they've had, this is the best they've ever looked, but it was still like ugly. So I don't know. But Dr. Lucha, Scotland.
Yes.
Anything going on in the world of Lucha Libre?
Yeah. I don't know. I actually haven't seen. There was a AAA show the other night, but it was at the same time as GCW, and I had a choice to make, and I chose GCW. So yeah. My Dr. Lucha-ness is called into question now.
Well, Doc, who do you think's going to be Andrade's team?
People are saying Dragon Lee and former Mystico Dralistico. That's a fun name.
Wait, that's his name now?
Dralistico, yeah.
Yeah, Dralistico.
Wait, which Mystico?
I think the second Mystico. He's the original Dragon Lee, and then became the second Mystico, gave Dragon Lee, the current Dragon Lee, the Dragon Lee name, and then left CMLL and put both names together and is now Dralistico. I think I have that right.
I think that's right. Yeah, that sounds correct.
Fuck that. It's just too confusing.
Yeah.
So and now the original Mystico is Mystico again, right? No longer Caristico.
Yeah, I think there is a Mystico again.
Well, Caristico I thought was like
Sin Cara.
Mystico was Mystices for a while.
The original Mystico was the original Sin Cara, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And then the second Sin Cara was
also the second Sin Cara was also wrestled as Mystico. Like prior to like the 2005 Wonderkin Mystico, there was also a wrestler named Mystico that was played by Hunico, who also played Sin Cara Negro, who then played just regular.
I smoke way too much weed to follow along with any of this.
I watched Knockouts Knockdown.
How was that?
That was it was fine. It's in that room, that Impact room, which is you could hear, like, if there's one idiot in the crowd, you hear him, like, exactly. Like Masha Slamovich came out, who I think is
I like her.
Yeah. And first time really watching her, and someone's just like, what is that? I was like, she's not like she's not like a monster or something.
Yeah. Did she have her cool hair? She have tall hair? Yeah, I like that.
There were a lot of monsters. This is my biggest Impact criticism, but it was very apparent that I counted 7 monsters.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
yeah, like 4 of them are in decay.
Oh, okay.
Which is still a thing. And then Sue Young has taken Brandy Lauren, who's now like a Sue Young thing, but they just still call her Brandy Lauren.
But she's like some kind of mythical monster thing now.
Yeah,
or zombie,
she's like
zombie
an
type
undead
lady.
bride, I guess, if that's what Sue Young is. And yeah, but it's like Alexa Bliss basically.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that. I do like I think he's in Decay, Black Taurus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That guy rules. That guy is like if Mantar could wrestle.
That is true. I like him. But
I give Impact credit. I feel like they always scrap together something decent from a whole lot of nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of incredible that they've been able to continue. And their show's not terrible. I didn't watch what was it called? Knockout Knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Terrible name. Got to get rid of the knockout name. Very dumb because their women's division is so underrated. I mean,
yeah, and they were like the first United States company in a while to have like women tag belts and treat their division with respect.
And I think that's why the Impact women's division is kind of, it's underrated, but I think people are kind of catching on like, oh, this is the best part of Impact. And I think part of it is because they have a history there. You have Gail Kim, you have Awesome Kong, and they laud their history, and I think that's where AEW obviously doesn't have that. They've been around for 2 years.
And
they
had Kong there. They had Mercedes Martinez wrestled. Tasha Steeles. She was in a tag team with Kira Hogan, but kind of stuck out a little bit more. She's got a lot of like personality. Our favorite Deonna Purrazzo is like
that's who wrestled Masha, right?
And now Deonna has the former Aiden English, Matt Rewalt, a member of Wrestling Club.
Yes,
he's now her manager.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
And it's a great fit because the one thing I think she does do an effective promo, but it's she's got like a normal sounding voice.
Yeah.
So if you need somebody to be like, bro,
are you saying Matt doesn't have a normal sounding voice?
Yes, I'm saying that.
The Iconics are there now too. That's good.
Oh yeah. The inspiration, right?
I think that's a good place for them.
Yeah, I think it's the best place.
They could do whatever they want there.
I think it gives them a chance to reinvent a little bit. Mm-hmm. They're obviously very talented and very creative, great performers, but
they're the best. I am such a big fan of them.
Me too. But I don't know if they would work in AEW. Yet.
I think they would, but right now they'd be lost in the shuffle.
That's kind of the thing. I mean, AEW doesn't. I don't think
they don't have women tag belts. They're just getting around to having more than one women's feud at a time. So I don't think it's a good time for them yet.
They do have the TBS belt now,
which I like.
Yeah,
me too.
And you've talked about a potential third title, right?
Oh yeah, I think they should have a belt for like Tully and Jake the Snake and Arn, the Turner Classic Movies belt. Let's do it. Why not? More corporate synergy.
Oh yeah, Darren, I'm sure you saw Arn Anderson's promo.
Yeah, I think I didn't watch a lot of wrestling when I was in Ireland, but I did text you Arn.
Yeah, you did
that. My God. So great. I love him. I really hope he just goes down. I just hope he gets crazier and crazier.
I think he will.
Yeah.
Because like the last promo, he was outside Cody's house burning stuff.
Yeah.
Listen here, you pussy.
It's a great promo. I mean, Arn was always the best. I mean, it's so weird. I always tell people when I first started watching WCW, I was 6, and my favorite wrestler was Arn Anderson. I can't tell you why. It didn't make any sense for a child, especially all the wrestlers in the early 90s.
Yeah.
As a guy, I feel like I just could grow into, I could relate to him. And now I kind of look like him. So
he always reminded me of like one of my dad's scary friends. And the older I get and the older Arn gets, it still works. It's still just like, oh, it's one of my dad's scary friends.
Yeah, he was scary. And I think like I loved Jake the Snake too, and I always thought he was a less scary Jake the Snake. Like Jake's the scariest.
Yeah, Jake is like criminally scary.
But Arn
is like just regular scary, I think.
Arn always used big words. He has a good vocabulary. I don't know. I love
Adam
Arn.
Susan in the chat is saying Arn needs to be brainwashed by Malachi.
Oh,
he was an amazing promo without burning his opponent completely. I think we need death metal Arn.
I love that.
Yeah.
That reminds me of in Sopranos.
We need some makeup.
in Sopranos when that one kid, the one kid, I don't know, Phil Leotardo's nephew becomes goth in that one episode.
Oh
yeah.
Goth up Arn a little bit.
And they got to talk to him, get him out of it.
Some
yeah, Arn's got like black makeup on.
Also in the chat, we have a suggestion of the True TV shoot title. That's good. Put Suzuki in there.
Yeah.
But
who are the shooters in AEW? Huh? Who are the guys you don't want to mess
Hager?
Hager. Yeah.
That Daniel Garcia guy.
He's great. Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's somebody that's gonna be
he's only like 24. That's like the scary thing.
But he's so poised. He doesn't wrestle like a 24-year-old at all. Even somebody like MJF, right? Who also is very poised, obviously. But MJF feels young, and he like plays up how young he is too. But Daniel Garcia, like it's not even an insult, but like Daniel Garcia, I feel like he could be, I don't know. Reminds me like
he has an old soul.
Yeah, he's just like he's very good. Loved the match with him and Punk.
This is like kind of apropos of nothing, but also we have Adam Susan saying Suzuki versus Janela in the American Dream Mall. yeah, I want that.
Sure, I'm for it. Suzuki all day, every day. I
didn't get to see that match, but I saw like gifs of it, and it was.
What are the chances Suzuki shows up in NXT 2.0? Like,
take that, Von Wagner.
Also, not that Tom Green in the chat gave us a little clarification. Original Mystico is Hunico. Original Sin Cara was the second Mystico.
But the second Mystico was the most famous Mystico.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. The first Sin Cara was the second Mystico, who was the most popular.
Famous one.
Yeah, the big one. Draw, right.
The big Mystico.
Mm-hmm. Like there's original Rays, and then there's famous Rays. So let's get into our favorite segment because of one reason, and Darren, you know why.
Well, it's the big show. And tell.
We only do it for that.
All right, guys. See you next week.
We got the man upstairs, Isaiah, who is graciously helping us produce this. And I believe we got some clips to watch. So without further ado, let's get into some of these big show and tell clips. This one, I think maybe we've posted on our social media, but I don't think we've talked about on the show. This year, we lost Tiny Lister, great actor, most well-known, at least in wrestling, for being Zeus in No Holds Barred, which he translated into a wrestling career. He was also in Friday, Little Nicky. If you saw his face, you'd be like, that guy. And you're about to see his face from this appearance on Arsenio that you've played on your stream.
Yes, I have.
So let's take a look at this.
You're in this movie with Hulk Hogan, and somehow you all haven't been getting along. What is the problem?
Your friend that you had on the show a month ago, my brother, is a paper champion. He's a very insecure person. I am the real star of No Holds Barred. Zoom star.
Mr. Zeus, you're a big man, but do you have the wrestling skills that it takes to handle a Hulk Hogan?
From Compton. I have a PhD in certain people.
Okay, that's cool. I accept that as an answer.
Sit down. Why did you have that chump on your show, brother.
He's the champ, man. He's the champ.
He's the champ. No! I'm gonna get you.
Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's get out there. Let's get out.
Guarantee you the
Wow.
Arsenio crowd in 2021 would not be chanting Hogan against Zeus.
I love
But-
that. I love that he runs Arsenio off his own show.
And Arsenio's like, banned, it's not safe. Who do you think was a better interviewer for wrestlers in a talk show setting? Regis or Arsenio?
Regis. Regis, I think Regis is more of a wrestling fan. It just seemed that way. And he was like, I don't know, they're both great though, and they both had a lot of wrestlers on, but I think Regis did it for so much longer and was a better little goof about it.
Yeah, he was doing it back when he was doing like a very small show. He had the Road Warriors on, and
Yeah.
he did like interviews at Madison Square Garden, just like because he wanted to be there. Darren, what do you think?
I got to go with Regis. I mean, I can't really vote against Regis for most things. Arsenio is great. I like Arsenio because I don't know. I feel like Arsenio could be a little bit more risque than you would get. I mean, I guess you got Rick Rude trying to grope Kathy Lee the one morning, but that was like fun. That was like in the 90s. That was like a fun thing.
Yeah, Rick Rude had Kathy Lee like airbrushed on his tights, I think, too. And she
Yeah.
didn't know that and was kind of mad.
Well, he also airbrushed Arsenio on his tights.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna say Arsenio was the superior one because
Ooh.
he was always like, Randy Savage, you're about to face Hulk Hogan. I think Hulk Hogan's gonna beat you, and then he runs away. Like Regis would be like getting up in like Yokozuna's
Yokozuna.
face. It's like,
Yeah.
Yokozuna should in all theory slap him.
Yeah, or at least chase him off his own show.
Yeah, he's like throwing like pillows at the Undertaker. It's like Arsenio wouldn't do that, or if he did, he'd be like on the streets of Burbank.
Yeah.
But yeah, great stuff. That's one big show and tell. Darren, this next clip comes from Memphis.
These are always a good. These are always a
Ooh.
good time.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm getting at?
Well, Brett, it could be about a lot of any. What year is it from?
I don't know the year actually.
What decade?
What decade?
It's Memphis, so it's like hard to tell. There was one time I was watching Memphis and I was like, oh, this is like a cool like 80s thing. And then like they're like, well, those wrestlers from ECW are all over the place. I was like, wait, what?
1999.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. I used to watch USWA in the 90s. It was in New Orleans. It was on TV.
Oh, I see.
It was like a syndicated thing. I just remember like, being a high teenager watching that show and just being like, this rules. It was like
I
such
remember-
a sleepy show and, just weird stuff.
Did you
remember when-
watch the ECW invasion?
Of USWA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember Tommy Dreamer showed up and did stuff and Lance Russell was like, Tommy Dreamer, this guy's crazy.
Memphis is always a good show. Like even
Yeah.
if I don't like, even if it's all bad wrestlers and the wrestling is bad, it's still like it's definitely my favorite studio wrestling show.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. I like PG-13.
Yeah.
they were fun and after fake Razor and fake Diesel left WWF, they went down to USWA, and that's the place where they're just like, look, we still have you under contract, but
Hold on.
we're not going to use you.
Fake Razor, fake Diesel, what?
Razor 2 is the name you say if you want to respect Rick Titan.
I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. So this is I'm gonna guess 70s, but again, could be late 80s. It's impossible to tell. Jerry Lawler got like one haircut in his career. But so they do these Saturday morning shows. Everybody in Memphis watches them, and I guess sometimes people come through Memphis. And what do they say when you're a wrestler? Always have your gear. And sometimes non-wrestlers don't always have their gear, but maybe have part of their gear. So let's take a look at who dropped in on the Memphis WMC TV studio.
I didn't want anyone to recognize me. But there is a rumor that Mr. Freeze and Penguin are here in Memphis because of the radical change in the weather, and that they have a hookup with the evil king of Memphis. Do you know who this is? Is that who I think it is? Yes, it is. What is this?
Well, what does it look like? Tell me, what does it look like? I heard he was going to be here today, so I dressed appropriately.
But I want to say that costume that you're wearing, if you are indeed the evil king of Memphis, has been stolen from a friend of mine, Soup. Superman, I call him Soup.
Right.
And I think that Spider-Man, Spidey Baby, would probably object too. By the way, looking at you, I don't think it's too late for you. I think that possibly, if you change some of your habits, some of your methods of wrestling, if you used your left and right turn indicator in your car, did other things that people normally do when they're polite and courteous.
All right. So
inexplicable.
If Darren, can you describe the visual for those that are listening via the podcast?
All right. So we got Batman. He's wearing like he got his hat on. He's got his like mask on.
He's wearing the
like a
cowl.
70s tracksuit.
I said, looks like he has a sweatshirt on, black sweatshirt. Which is like he's wearing like a poor kid's Batman Halloween costume.
Yeah, or some kind of Elseworlds.
Yeah. And then we got, for some reason, Jerry Lawler is dressed as Soup or Superman. Soup, as Batman refers to him.
Yeah, if you can't tell, Adam West has this like little proud smirk when he's like, "My friend Soup," smirk. Like, yeah, this is like one of the jokes he uses at like autograph signings.
Oh God.
And then he's like, "Where's my friend Spidey Baby?" It's like,
yeah, that's different company.
Know? Yeah,
come on, dog.
You should know this.
Yeah,
Hart comes out. Hey, dude.
Yeah,
that's what happens. You let the boys write their own promos.
That's right.
And second thought, Jerry Lawler's such a nerd. I bet he's like, "Well, I don't have a Batman costume, but I do have a Batman mask that you can wear, and you can be Batman on the show."
He owns, or at least owned, an old Batmobile too, Jerry Lawler.
It's true, yeah.
Such a nerd. There's something that's so funny about Jerry Lawler. It's like, not only is he allegedly a pedophile, he's also a huge nerd.
Yeah,
you've seen his home, right?
Yeah, he's like a big Coca-Cola freak too.
Yeah, he's got like wall-to-wall Coca-Cola merchandise.
Yeah,
it's so funny about him when he talks
should be on a watch list for that.
When people talk about like old wrestlers, talking about old wrestlers, they were drunk and they did drugs and they shot guns and all this stuff. Jerry Lawler's like, I was completely normal. And then you like look at his life. It's like, oh no, you're fucking weird, man.
Like, yeah, you're like the sober guy picking up 13-year like drunk 13-year-olds
in the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Here, have a Coke. Let's go shopping.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. And didn't Adam West, that wasn't his only appearance in Memphis either. He went there into like the 90s, I believe.
Oh yeah. Is he just a fan? What was the story there?
I don't know what it was. I think he was friends with Lawler.
Yeah.
Probably.
Doesn't make any sense. Memphis
I
makes
mean,
no sense.
Yeah, what Adam West, prior to like the 90s, he's not like, wow, remember Adam West? It's like, oh, Adam West, he's still around.
Yeah, it's like, didn't the Simpsons were like the first people to kind of rehab him and make them funny?
Yeah.
No, I
them
think it was I think it was USWA actually.
That's true.
Yeah, promotions, honestly.
Yeah. Do we have any guesses as to what year it was?
What was?
The announcer sideburns say maybe early
70.
70s. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Lawler's look.
Lawler's got the goatee.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's 81 or 82. I think that's right around the Kaufman time. But Lawler's a heel, and I think he was a heel right before Andy Kaufman came.
Yeah.
So Adam West and then Kaufman.
Yeah, and you know it's
So from one bad wrestler who pretends to be good, now we go to one good wrestler who pretends to be bad in this next clip. I'm not going to set this up. I'm just going to, well, I'll say this. There is I tried to figure out the entire gist of this show. Okay, Adam Susan saying it's 1976 in the chat.
that makes sense.
Yeah, the gist of the show in this next clip, I believe, is a mortal being who kills demons.
Whoa.
And a demon hunter that is also a demon that lives in hell, but like a nightclub in hell, shows up. And yeah, it stars Lorenzo Lamas. Let's take a look at this clip from The Immortal.
He's leaving right now. Make no mistake about it, cowboy. You get in my way, your head will roll.
You see me shaking with fear?
You're all hat, no cattle, cowboy. Wake up and smell the Java, bro.
Yeah, I get it. You don't change. You've all been playing the queen.
Kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down. Back a dream that can't turn out. That's what we do, cowboy. You know that. Adios, cowboy.
I'll have his noggin on a plate by sunset, cowboy.
See you, Ham.
You promise?
Oh, hell.
All right, lots to unpack there.
Oh my God.
No. Can we watch it again?
I wasn't prepared for that.
Come on, cowboy.
Wow. Oh my God.
What was the little phrase? Didn't he use a little phrase? It's already out of
a lot of phrases.
Come on, cowboy. Come on, cowboy.
He spoke entirely in phrases. So, yeah, Calgary Stampede Cowboy.
Yeah, the most Canadian bad Southern accent I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's
Bret Hart's accent work is somehow worse than mine.
So here's what I think. I think they were like, yeah, we should get a wrestler to play this like badass guy.
Yeah,
you know, like a Southern wrestler. And then they're like, oh, Bret Hart's a cowboy. And then
maybe it was like between Bret Hart and Lex Luger, and Lex Luger couldn't read, so they just brought in Bret.
Yeah. So God, yeah. So Bret Hart is there were some visuals there that I think needed some explanation for those that are listening on the podcast. At one point, he appears, everyone's reacting to him, and then he axes someone into like a hell mouth. Darren, who's on the TV right now? Oh no, there's someone meditating. And I can't see. So yeah, he axes somebody into hell. Another point, he pushes a woman against a wall and gives her the most aggressive kiss I've ever seen. It's okay, she's also a demon. And then, yeah, did you catch that last few seconds?
Was there a head on the table?
Yeah, there's like an animated head sipping cappuccino from a straw.
It didn't.
The shot they end the episode on. I guess he's well, they're in hell. That's a nightclub in hell.
Wow.
So yeah, Darren, I know you're a big fan of Bret Hart's acting chops.
That's right. I am the genie of the lamp.
He's our favorite actor.
My favorite actor. My favorite wrestling actor. Yeah, Bret Hart by far.
Don't feel.
What else has he
for
done?
him.
The Simpsons.
What
What else?
I mean, Lonesome Dove.
You probably weren't even on Simpsons. He's done a bunch of community theater. He's done like a bunch of weird short films that I like scoured, and none were really notable enough to present as a proper big show and tell. But
yeah, oh my god,
like he
that was
pops
so
up
great.
in weird, because it's like Canada, so there's just like a weird ecosystem that, you know, is its own thing there.
Yeah.
There is video of him as the genie.
I've only seen pictures. I've never seen video of it.
Oh
man.
Oh,
beautiful. Honestly, we should do a wrestling club that's just a viewing of the entire production. I'm sure that it's got to exist somewhere.
Yeah, like like, you know, like a school play where it's like one parent like videotapes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
They probably did that for like one of the cast members' moms. Yeah, there is video. It's worth looking up. We'll throw it up on our social media, Wrestling Club WFMU on Instagram, at wrestling_club_ on Twitter. But yeah, the big moment is him going, "I am the genie of the lamp." And he's like, you know, being a silly genie, which is funny because he's the least silly wrestler of all.
Yeah. I love that he always gets these roles, and he was never that character on TV. He was never an animated type dude.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. That's my Bret Hart.
Apparently the Miz was he blew himself as the genie for Dancing with the Stars tonight, according to the chat. This I need to find.
Wait, he
right
blew
now.
himself? He went blue?
He went full blue.
Oh my god, that's gonna live forever. The Blue Miz.
Yeah. Blue Miz. Well, this has been a fun big show and tell, but let's say I want to watch an extended show and tell of some of the best wrestling clips you could find online. Where can I? Is there a stream?
Oh my goodness. Oh yes. Well, then you would want to watch my Twitch stream every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Mr. Green Mist, twitch.tv/Mr. Green Mist. I do a 2-hour mix every week of matches and promos and weird stuff like some of the stuff we saw tonight. And yeah, please. And just give me a follow, please. Follow Mr. Green Mist on Instagram. And
oh no!
That is not a Chris Kattan character.
Wow. Oh my god.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Where can we follow you again, Scotland?
Oh, follow me at Mr. Green Mist, Instagram and Twitch, please.
What kind of clips would one find? What deep cuts?
Last week we did some good matches and stuff. And then we also watched a Garfield cartoon where they watch wrestling, and then a masked wrestler challenges John to a match, and then we show the match and everything. So I cut that stuff up, into pieces and show it along the way as we, in between matches and stuff. We watched Jushin Liger versus Owen Hart, which was a lot of fun. Yeah. We watched a good Sheep Herders squash match. Nova versus Canyon, two fun dudes that did weird stuff. A good ECW match that we watched last week. Eddie Guerrero and the Steiners versus Cactus Jack, Too Cold Scorpio, and Dean Malenko.
Oh wow, I saw you posted that. It was
it was dope.
What a dream match.
Yeah.
And then like, Dusty Rhodes and Tom Steimus car commercials that I didn't know about. I learned about through you guys. So that's kind of stuff, and then I like to pick some stuff that's kind of current. I showed a lucha match from MLW to open it up. Check me out. Different stuff every week.
Thursday nights at 9 on Twitch.
Thursday nights at 9. We cut it up in the chat. I'm thinking about, upgrading my computer and having my little head in the corner doing stuff too. But for now, it's just watching the show and cutting up in the chat. So come visit.
Great.
Darren, we got the WFMU Hellraiser going on. There's a bunch of specials and stuff. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
The October Hellraiser. You've got the October Hellraiser going on. It's raising money for the station. It's a modest goal, only $300,000 this time. But you can pledge at WFMU.org. I have one special that's confirmed for the end of the month, Devil's Night. I'm going to be welcoming Baltimore DIY experimental music legends Human Host to the program. DIY lifers. They're going to be curating some spooky music and playing a remote set of weird music. So it's like a perfect mischief night hang, in my opinion. So that'll be October 30th. The week before, this isn't confirmed, but I think we're going to be doing a Singles Going Steady show. That's basically playing nothing but 45s all night. It might have a wrestling tie-in. We'll see. We'll stay tuned for that. And WFMU.org is the place to pledge. $100 will get you 2 great t-shirts and my DJ Premium, which is a CD of Japanese death rock from the 1980s. Featuring Bull Nakano and Dump Matsumoto on the cover, courtesy of my tag team partner, Brett Davis. So WFMU.org/pledge. Help us out if you can.
Yeah, FMU rules.
It's the best. It's the greatest station in the nation. But it ain't.
Reed loves it. Kurt Cobain loves it.
Kurt Cobain loves it. I'll tell you this. If you don't pledge, it goes away. So, we got no corporate underwriting. There's no commercials. There's no algorithms. It's just people in a building playing music and creating radio that they like, that hopefully you like as well. And then once it's gone, it's never coming back. And there's nothing else like it in the world. So if it goes, it's gone. So let's make sure it doesn't go and support WFMU today. WFMU.org/pledge.
And unbelievably, for the first time in wrestling club history, I have a plug.
What are you plugging?
Tomorrow, outdoors, it's free. It's a comedy show called Besitos. I'll be doing a little DJing, not performing. Don't come to me perform because I'm not ready yet.
Oh, not doing okay.
I'm not doing anything there. You'll see funny comedians there. It's at Senor Fish.
Who's on the bill?
Oh, we got Jenny Yang. We got Rob Michael Hugel. We got Shannon Coffey, Kat Toledo. That's fun people. However, I will be making my long-awaited return to the stage on November 12th at the Elysian in Frogtown. This is a scoop. This is a scoop to me actually too, because I didn't know about it till very recently. But it's a return of something Darren knows very well, and something every wrestling fan knows: the Lethal Lottery is coming.
Oh wow, West Coast version, baby.
West Coast version. Darren, we used to co-host the Lethal Lottery at Over the 8,
but I quit. I
quit.
I had demands that were not being met.
Yeah. We talked last week. We talked about with Riley Stolliner, our guest, which is a great interview. Check that out too. But Darren does not like to be called a comedian.
I'm not a comedian. I've never done it before. I've never told a joke. I've never successfully told a joke.
But we used to do these bits at the show where we would. I remember one time I put fireworks in my fists and I started punching you.
Yeah, you did. You did. I definitely broke a couple tables, threw some chairs. I mean, I'll do wrestling, I would call I'm more of a wrestler than I am comedian, and that was before I ever stepped in a ring. So
Yeah, that's true.
saying.
So yeah, there's always big surprises. We pair up comedians. Sometimes the pairs are sometimes Harlem Heat gets the team together. Sometimes it's Booker T and Road Warrior Hawk. Sometimes it's Randy Savage and Ric Flair. You never know with the Lethal Lottery. It's the Battle Bowl. It's not going to be the same without you and our buddy Frank there, but it'll be something. And it's at the brand new Elysian in Frogtown, which is opening soon. So that is a scoop. I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about it yet, but yeah.
Good for you. Hopefully it goes well for you. You got to get back on it.
Yeah, if it goes bad, I don't know.
You'll be back.
It's not going to be great. But yeah, if you're in Los Angeles, come say hello. We'll be at I'll be at GCW maybe or something. I don't know. So
yeah, Psycho Clown's going to be at GCW.
Oh,
you gotta go.
What's the Psycho Clown theme song?
Oh, what is it? It's a real song, of course.
Yeah. Darren, is that a thing that you could play us out with? The Psycho Clown theme song? Okay.
No, I don't know what it is.
Well,
the show must go on.
I guess
I'll give our standard plugs. You could give us a 5-star review. That always helps us. We're trying to get this show out to more ears, but there's the winner in a ring. That's right. The celebrity, or no, it was the Battle Bowl Lethal Lottery. You were the Lord of the Ring, which is a little strange, but no, the winner does not get a ring. We'll see what happens, but here's the Psycho. Oh, there's an ad.
I was gonna play. I have it right here, Brett.
There we go. Yeah.
Is this it?
I think so.
I'll take us out.
Yeah.
I'll take us out.
Yeah, it is.
All right, that'll do it for Wrestling Club. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Scotland Green. Shout outs to the man upstairs, Isaiah, Steve D for the theme song, and the fine folks at WFMU Radio. If you dig Wrestling Club, please like, share, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, invite your friends, check out the archive, and spread the word. Wrestling Club will return next Sunday for a whole new program, so please check us out. But until then, for Brett, I'm Darren. This has been Wrestling Club, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
The Wrestling Club with Darren and Brett. We've got a show that you'll